Israel is warning a new era of its war with Hezbollah is underway amid a second wave of exploding devices in Lebanon overnight. The country's health ministry says at least 14 people have been killed and 450 injured after booby-trapped walkie-talkies blew up.
That's a day after a dozen people, including children, were killed and thousands injured when pagers detonated across the country. Let's go straight to Middle East correspondent Alison Horn in Jerusalem. Ali, good morning. So a second day of these deadly explosions. What do we know? And importantly, what's the mood like right now across the Middle East?
Yeah, it was just a few hours ago, Michael, that these series of explosions started taking place again all across Lebanon. This time it appears to be in these handheld devices, walkie-talkies is how we would probably refer to them, that have exploded all across Lebanon, including in the capital Beirut, causing mass panic among people and civilians there, harm to civilians. At least 12 people killed, 450 others injured. One of the blasts, we understand, actually happened at a funeral that had been organised by Hezbollah for some of the people that had been killed in yesterday's series of explosions, where hundreds of Hezbollah pagers were detonated, killing at least 12 people and injuring about 3,000 others. So mass panic on the streets. We've been speaking to people in Beirut today who have told us of a deep sense of shock, fear and suspicion. They now don't know if the people walking around them could have devices in their pockets, for example, that could explode at any time. So the streets are quite deserted in some areas of Beirut, and there's a deep sense of distrust and also anticipation of what's going to happen next, because Hezbollah has blamed Israel for this attack, and it has said that it will be launching some sort of retaliation. We are yet to see how that will progress, though.
Israel seems to be indicating, indeed, as you say, Ali, it is ready to escalate fighting with Hezbollah, which has also in turn vowed retaliation. So it appears, again, the Middle East is on the abyss at the moment.
Definitely. I mean, Israel hasn't specifically commented on these explosions. It hasn't denied or taken responsibility. But as we spoke about yesterday, that's not unusual in these circumstances. Israel never really talks about attacks that it has launched on foreign soil. But interestingly, after these explosions in the last few hours, we have had a succession of political and military leaders that have come out with messaging that seems to suggest that Israel is ready, that it has the willingness and the readiness to increase fighting with Hezbollah. For example, the army chief has said that the country has now drawn up plans for additional action against Hezbollah and it is ready to strike. The defence minister has come out and declared a new phase of war, with a focus now being diverted away from Gaza and into the northern areas of Israel, where hundreds of thousands of Israeli civilians have been evacuated from for nearly the last year. And similarly, on the other side of the border, there are so many civilians in Lebanon that have also had to evacuate their homes. Israel's Prime Minister has also come out, Benjamin Netanyahu, and said that he plans to have those evacuated residents from the north returned to their homes. So all of these messages have come out in quick succession in just the last few hours after these two attacks. It could really hinge now on what the response of Hezbollah will be. They have vowed a serious retaliation. We are expecting to hear from the leader of Hezbollah in the afternoon local time here on Thursday. That may give us some indication of what kind of retaliatory response Hezbollah is planning, but certainly there are leaders here in the Middle East and further across the world that are seriously considering that this could now lead into an all-out war between Hezbollah and Israel.
Worrying indeed. Alison Horn in Jerusalem, thank you.